Hello, my name is Dylan Harris, and I'm working on the supervision of Mazan Ahmed, and this is my research proposal. My title is Investigating the Interaction Between Attachment and Perfectionism, the Role of Self-Perception. So, some context. People's attachment styles seem to relate to their development of or already existing level of perfectionism. Rice and Mazurde found that secure attachment predicted more adaptive than maladaptive perfectionism. Many others have found that insecure attachment in both its forms predicts maladaptive perfectionism. While the development of adaptive perfectionism doesn't seem too dangerous, maladaptive perfectionism has been linked to depression, hopelessness, and various forms of anxiety. It is therefore important to know why maladaptive perfectionism forms so treatment can be optimized. Apart from a recent study by Sahil and Doi, who found that inferiority is a mediator, no study has investigated why insecure attachment leads to maladaptive perfectionism. Many theories exist, implicating complex interactions between a child's nature and the caregiver's parenting style. Based on theories and Sahin and Doi's result, it seems that one's self-worth is more relevant to anxiously attached individuals' development of maladaptive perfectionism compared to those avoidantly attached. Uncovering a difference in these interactions would serve the understanding of both. Our question is broad, being, does self-perception mediate the relationship between attachment styles and perfectionism? We will look at all possible effects, however, and we are particularly interested in those related to maladaptive perfectionism. Now, why is this worth studying? Obviously, understanding is reason enough. It's a gap in the literature which needs to be filled. Another reason is to prove or disprove existing theories and update them where appropriate. Perhaps the most exciting reason, however, is the potential clinical relevance of this study. Mediation was found for anxiously attached individuals and not avoidantly attached ones. Clinicians could more specifically treat maladaptive perfectionism based on attachment style. If anxiously attached, a clinician would try to build the patient's self-worth. If avoidantly, they would not, knowing it wasn't relevant. Oh, finally, this study aims to encourage future research in this area. So, how will we do it? We will create an online survey, including tests of attachment, perfectionism, and self-perception, specifically using the revised adult attachment scale, the multidimensional perfectionism scale, and the self-perception profile for adults. All three have been assessed thoroughly, displaying excellent reliability and validity. We will try to recruit as many participants as possible for this test. While this sounds vague, so is the literature on how many participants are needed to satisfy a mediation analysis. Even Hayes, the designer of the mediation model we will be using, said that power analysis and mediation analysis has no agreed upon method. In the table shown here, Liu and Wang displayed that the higher sample, the more power gained. In the example below, which also uses the Hayes model, 652 participants were needed to get 80% assurance that the effect was valid. Here's the graph. This study will aim to gather as many participants as possible to make appropriate conclusions based on the final number and the assurance it provides. Due to the use of online survey with voluntary participation and minimally distressing content, risk and ethical considerations are relatively small. However, we will include links at the outset for mental health services, ensure consent is given before the survey begins, and ensure that confidentiality is upheld by withholding personal data. I will use the simple mediation model designed by Hayes. The two main models of interest are on screen now. Some other potentially interesting models are these ones. All possible models, meaning all attachment styles with both adaptive and maladaptive perfectionism, will be analyzed in the interest of control. Our only concern in terms of feasibility is participant numbers. Not having enough in general or having uneven group sizes may affect the validity of results. Timeline is now until December this year. The timeline for data collection will be 6 weeks in the middle of the year. Significance depends on results. As mentioned earlier, the treatment of maladaptive perfectionism may become more efficient if certain mediations occur. If any significant findings are made, this study will expand understanding and encourage future research. And these are my references. Oh no, that's significance. My bad. Um, and these are my references.